So ngayon, I'm not holding myself back. I freely give myself the permission to be different. Okay lang na no, those certain people would not be understanding me. I don't care. As much as possible, I wanted to live my truth rather than trying to pretend to be someone that I'm not, trying to force myself to fit into the certain box or standards the society have. Welcome to Awakening Truths podcast with Ana Santiago, wherein I share raw, sacred moments of how I shattered my old story and guided me back to who I truly am. So these are stories of breaking, remembering, and rising so you too can find the courage to live your truth unapologetically. So now we are on our ninth episode entitled When I Finally Gave Myself the Permission to Be Different. Have you ever shared something from your heart, tapos iba yung naging dating sa ibang tao? I've been there. So, recently, I explained tarot in a certain interview with so much passion and clarity kung paano siya nakakatulong and how it can give guidance and be of help in your healing journey. Pero when the interview came out, when it was aired, so, iba yung naging framing of the said interview. So, even though I have highlighted so many things about tarot, mas naging focus siya sa fear. Fear that was highlighted in the certain interview. Fear of how it can be a tool used to weaponize, demo, etc. It's more on the negative side that was highlighted in the interview. Even though it started yung framing niya I started with the good side of tarot, but the main emphasis of the certain interview more on had a striking dissonance in a particular negative aspect of tarot. So at first I felt misunderstood, pero then I realized that people will always see us in the way that kumbaga parang in their own lens and with their own wounds, kung ano man yung belief system na meron sila and also based on their certain experiences. And that is okay kasi we cannot please everyone else around us. And with that being said, this episode is more on the permission slip to finally give ourselves the permission to be different. So, to keep standing in our truth, even though hindi maintindihan ng mga tao sa paligid natin, even though they don't understand, they don't agree with the certain perspective. And this is the thing that I have learned throughout this experience o yung mga nag-experience ko recently, that your truth doesn't lose its power regardless kung maniwala, if they do believe on that or do whatever they say, it's not going to change. You had to stand by your own truth because not everyone would really appreciate or really understand where are you coming from, because it doesn't lose its power because someone else see it differently. So recently I have dreams. I have a lot of vivid dreams. This September is quite something shifting. I felt something shifting with me. I have three vivid dreams recently. And one just came earlier this morning when I took a nap. As in simple nap lang siya. So I dream about a particular situation wherein, for those who don't know about, I'm an adopted child. I have this foster brother that is quite older, our eldest brother dito sa family. So with him, during that time, he has a baby. He is carrying a baby, only 2 to 3 years old, the baby. And he was also having a child na hinahatak niya, yung hawak niya at his hand, bukod dun sa hawak niya na baby in his arm, he also have a child at his side, which is approximately, I think, 6 to 8 years old, the age. And I asked him, whose kid is those kid? And he answered, those were the kids nung neighbor namin. And knowing yung neighbor namin in the neighborhood, ay he doesn't have a particular good terms with them. Kumbaga parang may inis siya with those certain individual. And I told him na, did you ask permission to carry those kids or to bring it with you? No. Parang, kumbaga, and also I stated that there is a certain law regarding that and it will be called kidnapping, etc. So, and afterwards, nung pagtingin ko, mga bata. And earlier, before I had that dream as well, the morning, I also have the dream. Last night, I had a dream wherein we were in a certain room. We had beds differently. So, kaming buong pamilya, we have separate bed. May sarili akong bed, may sariling bed yung mga kapatid ko in the certain room. And earlier this morning, I try to kumbaga parang decode what those certain dreams meant. And the first dream, the last night dream, which is yung maraming beds, we had 6 beds kasi my other siblings, my nanay, my other siblings na wala dito, in the dream as well. So it meant na even though we are in a family, we had different truths. Meaning to say, meron kaming different perspective sa buhay. So, meron kaming mga kanya-kanya buhay, kanya-kanya naming ideals, prinsipyo sa buhay. So, that was the meaning of that particular dream. And kumbaga parang, and also resting. So, it was telling me to find time to really rest my mind from worrying about things I cannot control. Kasi nga, nitong mga nakaraan, I'm having sleepless nights. I was waking kumbaga parang in the middle of the night. At ako nakakatulog ng mahimbing. I haven't have that very deep sleep recently. With the other dream na, it speaks about yun nga, my brother who has unresolved issues with my mom and my other siblings kasi nga siya yung brother na maraming bagahe na maaring hindi niya totally ina-acknowledge, hindi niya totally, kumbaga parang ina-attend to. And other than that, the kids, kumbaga parang yung mga batang bit-bit niya, he's carrying a lot of baggages na hindi naman sa kanya. Kasi with the representation of the kids, so 2 to 3 years old, so somewhat mga bagong simula lang yun, mga nostalgia, younger in generation. Kumbaga parang early stages. And yung isa naman is parang middle, yung toddler na, which is 6 to 8 years old. Kumbaga, he's carrying a lot of obligation, a lot of baggages, traumas, and issues na hindi sa kanya. Kumbaga parang instead of him addressing his own issues, he tried to carry other baggages with him. Or it's either kinikarry niya kumbaga parang hindi siya nagsiset ng boundaries na kung ano lang yung dapat sa kanya. So, yes, may ganun siyang perception or may ganun siyang traits. He tried to meddle with things na hindi naman dapat niya mag-step into. So, those are the certain dreams that I have recently, earlier today, which is very vivid and very, kumbaga parang, very vivid. And trying to relate it with the particular interview. So, going now to the interview that I have with a particular show, I would not be mentioning the show. So, the researcher reached out to me and asked me if I can do an interview regarding tarot, on how it is being very popular nowadays, particularly in a certain platform, which is TikTok, and ano ba yung nagiging negative perception niya. So, I try to create a particular outline of how I will be discussing tarot, ano yung ang dami kong shinare doon about how I use tarot and how, kumbaga parang misinformation or hindi siya totally na nakikitaan ng other perspective, kundi yung hula, trying to predict the future. I try to debunk all of those certain details. Parang trying to focus on the brighter side of how to use tarot, on how to navigate the tarot. Kasi yung mga iba kasing tarot readers, particularly in such platforms, TikTok, Facebook, not all of them has certain depth. Di natin i-discredit sila. Maaring they had learned it as well by guidebooks. Kaya lang, some of those certain tarot readers ay hindi sila nagda-dive deep. Kumbaga parang hindi nila nilalaniman yung perspective nila in how they channel the messages of the tarot. So, I'm not saying that I'm perfect or anything, but it's more on, kumbaga parang other than dun sa alam mo, kumbaga bookish, nagiging bookish. They are not totally going outside of their comfort zone to widen their knowledge or widen their perspective, particularly with the use of tarot. So for the sake of, for some of them, they are using tarot for financial. So they're using it as a source of living kasi nga you can earn money by giving guidance for tarot for the sake of entertainment for others. Yun nga lang, nagiging misleading or instead na for some might be yung mga napoproject nila dun yung fear nila, yung mga issues nila on people that they are reading to. So, I'm not going to discredit them. We had our different practices. Regarding that, that is the thing that I like to debunk yung details na yun. And also, the way that is being viewed as a demo, kumbaga parang work of the devil or evil, I tried as much as possible to debunk it, yung detail na yun. And which, during the said interview on how it was edited or how it was highlighted, so the sign-ups of the interview that I have via Zoom, so may mga portion doon na in-explain ko yung tarot, ano yung difference ng oracle card and the tarot card. And pagdating na doon sa dulo regarding how it is viewed as bad, kumbaga parang bad tool that is being used, that is prohibited to the Catholic, etc. So somewhat, yun yung parang mas na-emphasize. So in the delivery of, the tone of the delivery of the news itself, so it started out good, you highlighted the certain detail, pero nangyari, I am the listener, so I'm not their niche, pero mas naiwan sa akin yung negative. I don't know, it's on my perception, but kumbaga parang mas na ano ko doon in the certain interview, that the discern ko in the situation, that it highlighted more on the fear. Instead na malinawan, ma-enlighten yung tao regarding tarot, it's more on parang naglinger pa rin yung fear. So, I felt disappointed. I felt I have this certain expectation na inexplain ko siya ng maayos, that it will be accepted or it will be somewhat received in a more positive way yung tarot cards or tarot reading. Pero pagdating nung interview, when I watched the sign-up, parang naiwan. Kumbaga parang naglinger na message mas in the tone of fear rather than enlightenment of the certain situation. So, though I felt disappointed with the outcome of the interview, that is the time that I messaged the researcher. So, I said that I'm grateful, pero sana, more on the message that I have told her, that sana, it had been more on enlightening with the news, etc. So the way, the approach of the messaging, siguro, context of the words that had been used, might have balanced sana yung mismong content itself. But anyway, it is done. Nangyari na yun. But it's a lesson learned na lang na even though ganito yung tingin mo, you cannot totally push your perspective to other people na ito siya, explain it to them. Kasi not everyone will be open to understanding certain perspective. And another thing, I also got invited again for a certain interview that actually that was also another interview na I was quite disappointed. Ngayon I'd learned that I turned it down na kasi alam ko it will be leading to politics naman. Wherein ayoko nang mag-touch on the energy of the politics kasi I'm more on focus on career, finances, love, and also purpose in life. I don't want to touch anything. I don't want to meddle my energy with politics as much as possible. So I made it clear na I set boundaries that I will not be doing interviews anymore regarding tarot kasi Ang hirap, eh. Kumbaga parang, tapos ngayon may nagte-trending na naman regarding Buena Fortuna on how it is being seen. People are not understanding. Kala nila magic agad na once they buy the Buena Fortuna statue, they will be abundant, they will be having a lot of good luck in life. Kaya lang, in using that certain statue or being of service or having that relationship with a goddess or with a deity, it requires you to be aware of a certain practice. So, yung ibang tao kasi, they are not informed or well aware of how to deal with those kind of ornaments or statues or modalities. Akala nila it's very simple lang. So, para do sa aware, alam nila. Ako kasi, I'm aware, I was attuned by a certain practice or workshop or Buena Fortuna. Pero as much as possible, dahil alam ko I cannot provide an altar for the Buena Fortuna or Goddess Venus or Aphrodite or Hecate, as much as possible, I refrain myself to really commit in that kind of, kumbaga parang relationship with gods and goddesses and deities. Kasi nga, if you're not totally aware, if you cannot uphold, so imbis na magiging maganda yung outcome, kasi you are, kumbaga parang you are projecting your fear on the certain situation. Bibilin mo lang siya for the sake of the outcome that you will be getting. So, majority of those certain individual who bought that particular statue of Buena Fortuna, they are after the outcome, not the process itself. So, the more na nandun ka sa outcome, nakafixated ka doon sa outcome, tapos hindi nangyari the way that you wanted it to happen, kasi yun yung nakikita mo with other people, you get disappointed. So, kumbaga parang nagiging fixated, nagiging attached ka na. So, instead of attracting abundance, na nagiging abundance ka na, nagre-rely ka doon sa abundance na dadating rather than being grateful, being thankful of what you currently have. So, yun, I wanted to express my thoughts for that particular matter. Kaya lang, I hold myself back. Inisip ko, parang hindi ko na, kumbaga, hindi ko na platform yun. So, before I used to engage on those kind of approach na kailangan I also shared my thoughts. Kailangan I explain it based on my knowledge. Before ganun ako. Ngayon, I try to choose my battles. As much as possible, I refrain na from engaging on those certain situation na parang kahit ipilit mo, kung hindi naman din sila open to a different perspective, you cannot force people to see things the way that you see it. So, parang I don't want to involve myself. And that is the reason why I realized na I gave myself permission. I'm holding myself back to be different. Kailangan may patunayan, kailangan i-prove ko to, kailangan ko ganyan. So ngayon, I'm not holding myself back. I freely give myself the permission to be different. Okay lang na no, those certain people would not be understanding me. I don't care. As much as possible, I wanted to live my truth rather than trying to pretend to be someone that I'm not, trying to force myself to fit into the certain box or standards the society have. Kasi it's not me. So I'm going to be living a lie if I would try to make myself small, shrink myself so that I can fit to their standards. Where in reality, the more that I will be doing that, I'll get disappointed and it will never change everything. Kahit anong gawin mo, you make yourself small, you try to do this, you try to do that, you cannot please everyone. Kasi at the end of the day, mawala man yung mga yun, ang meron kay ikaw. So, the more that you are shrinking yourself, dimming your light, ikaw lang din yung nade-disappoint and you get drained for doing so. So, that is the reason why also, yung sa mga dreams ko recently at for this day, I had this certain realization. Even though hindi nila nakikita yon the way that you see it, hindi naman din mag-change eh. Your truth of who you are. Kung ano yung ginagawa mo. Kung hindi nila makita yung nakikita mo on the certain aspect or certain practice, then it would not change. Hindi naman din it would not affect you unless you let them. Hayaan mong maka-apekto sila doon sa perception the way that you see things or the way that you handle the situation. Nasa iyo yun if you will be letting those certain opinion or other people influence you on how you go about certain things. Kung hahayaan mo sila. But the mere fact that it's your own truth, it would not get affected or it would not change unless you let them. Unless na you let them influence you kung ano man yung opinion na meron sila. So, this is what I'd leave you for this particular session. So, I don't need to carry everyone. I don't need everyone to carry my truth. I just need to live it. So, I don't need to make people understand what I'm doing, how I'm going to do it, how important it is. For me, it's important, pero sa kanila, it will be depending on them. So, hindi ko na yun obligasyon na patunayan sa kanila that this particular practice is good. So, nasa kanila, the right people would find me. At the reason why na they are not totally seeing things clearly kasi they are not on the same frequency as I am. They are not in the same page as I am. So, you cannot please everyone. This is one of the things that kumbaga natatak sa akin. You cannot please everyone. Sa kahit magtumbling ka ba dyan, kahit anong gawin mo, kung sarado naman yung utak nila in understanding that they're blinded by their own wounds, their own issues, their own experiences, you cannot make them understand things unless they would be willing to understand it on their own. So, lesson is your truth doesn't require consensus. Hindi nila required na i-validate yung feelings mo, yung emotions mo, yung identity mo. You are not here to seek validation, seek confirmation, seek approval from other people to live your truth. No. You have your own free will. As I mentioned earlier, nasa iyo kung hahayaan mong idikta nila kung ano yung magiging actions or magiging decision mo. You have your own free will. You don't need consensus. You don't need approval from other people around you to what kind of life or what kind of perspective you needed to believe in. It's up to you to decide. So this is a certain reflection or reflective questions that I will be leaving behind. So where are you still waiting for approval before you fully being yourself? Have a guidance with me or a session with me, tarot session with me. Kindly go to the link calendly.com/alignwithana to book a session with me. Pero kung hindi nyo pa alam kung ano yung particular session that you're wanting to avail, you can simply book Clarity Call, which is free of charge. So somewhat para consultation so that we can know ano yung appropriate reading sa'yo based on your situation. And if you're interested to join my coaching program, the Antidote Live Your Truth program, which is a 12 weeks coaching program. This is for high-achieving, high-performing women that are in the thresholds or in the in-between. So if you're wanting clarity regarding your situation, if you wanted to join the program, kindly click the link on my bio again or kindly go to the website calendly.com/alignwithana. Book a free soul alignment sessions or free discovery call yon so that we can discuss if my program is appropriate for your situation and if I'm the coach for your journey and the investment plan for the program itself. So this is what I got for each and every one with you. Thank you so much for staying and listening to this episode for tonight, which you will be watching on the day of the eclipse, solar eclipse, new moon. So, ayun. So, this is what I got for each and every one of you. Sending you much love and light. See you on the next.
Okay, let's go.